Greetings and salutations to you all, ladies and gents, welcoming you back to the Gaming Emporium. As always, I'm your good buddy Kluger, here for another episode of Veteran Hardcore Adventures. We're here today with episode 2 of our Shaman First Look build, as I suppose I'll coin it. I've reached level 26 since we spoke last, which I think means I've gained more than 10 levels since I last did a video on this build. It's much the same if I'm being completely honest. Did a lot of grinding with this guy, learned a lot about the changes to the meta game as it were as well, so was trying to include that as I progressed through developing this character. Now when I say developing the meta game, sorry, wrong thing, I am referring to the changes to armor and the way that works, because effectively it has a lot more of a bearing on how your characters go. So a lot of the armor I've chosen, hey, I've not read that. So a lot of the armor and your armor selection really is dictated by as much by the armor value as the buffs. So I have made a couple of sacrifices here and there where, you know, something might have been giving me, say, lightning damage but had crap all armor, so I swapped it out for something with more armor. So that was and that's going pretty well. I'm not really struggling, I'm not dying or getting close to death at all with this guy. It's going really, really well. That being said, if we look at the skill selection, as I said, it's really much the same. Just progressing through the skill selections. I did get to Storm Totem, which is proving very, very cool. I'm having fun with that, and we're nearly there at Storm Caller's Pact. Only 5 points to go, so I should get there pretty easily. As you can see, so yeah, very, very top-heavy focus. I'm nearly maxed out Brute Force, which is just pure lightning physical damage. So far, just 1 point into each of Feral Hunger and Upheaval. I don't mind Feral Hunger. I might put more points into that, depending on how I want to develop this build. So far, 5 points into Primal Strike. Well, I think 4, and it's got buffed by a boost of 1. I can't remember. Maybe a boost of 2. And I've got 1 point only in Torrent. That's also being boosted by plus skill, and 1 point in Storm Surge. It's a cool skill. It's nifty. I don't know if it's doing heaps of damage, if it's worth my time in the long term, but it's not bad. And I'm using Savagery. I've only got 1 point in there now. I may have removed points since I spoke to you guys last. I'm mostly using it for Tenacity of the Boar. Basically, as soon as we attack, at the moment we get a 52 offensive ability boost and 36 defensive ability. So I feel like that's more useful than the damage, the flat damage it offers. Sorry, the percentage damage and flat damage that it offers. Sorry. And 1 point into Storm Touched so far, but that does boost physical and attack speed, physical damage and attack speed. So maybe looking to invest in that more as we go. So that's really all there is to it, and there's nothing else really worth mentioning on the character sheet. I'm just still been going 1-to-1 physique and spirit for the time being. Again, possibly we'll end up favoring physique in the long run, just because we're playing hardcore veteran. So, due to the minimalist updates in terms of where the build's headed, I figure we'll actually go kill some more stuff together. This is effectively the playstyle that we go for. Drop down my totems and swing away, really. Not much to it. We'll see here. See, I'm boosted up to 637 offensive ability. I clicked off screen. We're back. I'll have to edit that out. So sorry about that. What I was saying is that our offensive ability was getting boosted quite significantly as soon as we land a hit, because that activates Savagery. Now, please tell me I have Dynamite. Yes, I have Dynamite. So where we're headed is to kill a big angry ogre, which I thought would be a fun thing for us to do together. So here we go. We've got some. Here he is. So like, I can just put a Storm Totem down and they just chug away. They do decent amounts of damage, it has to be said. And there's my other totem, Wendigo totem. Okay, be careful. So chuck another one down. So the thing is, by worst case scenario, what I can do is just chuck down lightning totems and kite, and it goes pretty well. These storm totems do reasonable amounts of damage. I can't get it, well, and that's a bad time to go in there. I wanted to be standing next to my Wendigo totem. It does okay damage. I could easily see it as a more viable damage source than what I'm using it for, in all honesty. But I've only got a couple points in there because it gives decent heals. It's quite nifty. So that's what I've been using it for. But I'm already starting to work on another Shaman build, which is more focused on pets, and Wendigo totem would be excellent support skill for the petsies. There we go, and he's dead. Very good job by Kluger. So there we go, that's how the build plays out. Ooh, Marauder's gloves, I don't need them. Hey, they ain't bad, they're worth consideration, even though I'm doing neither fire or cold damage. but they got more armor, and that's worth consideration now. Am I right? Anyway. Okay, so that's all that really there is to it. I mean, if I'm being completely honest, it's no fault of the Shaman tree itself, more how I'm playing it, I suppose. It's very rinse and repeat. It's getting a little bit repetitive, not in a bad way. Well, a little bit in a bad way, what I'm trying to say. But it's okay. It's repetitive because that's how the build's designed. It's still fun, but I do have to change it up from time to time. I can't grind this guy straight for hours on end anymore. But I was definitely still developing him. I'm sounding so negative. I don't know why I started saying this. But that's pretty much how we go. Wendigo Totem, Storm Totem, stand near Wendigo Totem and beat the crap out of all the things. And cast this skill, Primal Strike, whenever it's off cooldown to kill all the monsters because it does nice damage. Boom. There we go. Because that chain lightning that comes with that is very, very good and handy and nice. And we got a hero monster. Here we go. Bonus footages of killing things. We should take out the priests though, definitely, because they do annoying heals-alls. So there we go. Look at Wendigo Totem heal us up like a champ. Gotta be careful. Is that a skeletal knight still? Whoop, careful. Alright, here we go. Now we can face tank. Altenebris, how are you? Buddy boy. Boom, 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 boom. And he's dead. Very good, very good. Click the things. Give me the loots for the sellings. Awesome. Sauce. Too easy. That's all there is to it, ladies and gents. Very good progress. I'm thinking maybe for this veteran hardcore adventure, we end up combining this with another mastery. Because I am thinking that, for example, Soldier with, say, Markovian's Advantage mixed in would be very delicious. Maybe even Blitz, military conditioning. You know, there's lots of options there for us to play around with. So maybe I'll do that. All your suggestions are, of course, welcome. But I'll continue to grind this guy up and hopefully come back with updates soon. Speaking of grinding up, of course, I am streaming this guy on Twitch. My primary function in the live stream is to run through with my veteran hardcore characters. So if that's something you're into, make sure you tune in at twitch.tv/Kluger, link down below, for you to click on later and then press follow. That's all we've got for today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you did enjoy. Please do remember to like or comment below. More than happy to help or answer any questions you might have. But for now, I'm going to sign off. I hope to see you again soon. My name is Kluger, and you have a great day.